Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
Well, we're on the way. Amat. Out for a throw. No luck with that dink over the top. And that has left him in a heap. Freuler. This is promising. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Freuler.
They'll want to...
Freuler. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
That'll be a throw. Oh, shoot! And the finish! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Botafogo, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Great defending, strong and determined.
Yeah, that's top defending in preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
He's had a hit! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. Freuler. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Botafogo do have a chance to counter here. Turns back here, probably the best option. Casale. Lukumi. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Amat. Oh, this looks sharp. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Freuler. Fires it in low. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. Reflections on the first half?
Botafogo have been playing relatively well from what I've witnessed. Good movement and the ball retention has been quite strong, and it's led to a few chances. It's just that cutting edge that's lacking at the moment, and it's fixable.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. Nil-nil, and we're at the halfway point. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nice bit of trickery. Knocks it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Oh, he's found support out wide. And he gets rid in a hurry. That's a decent clearance. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He's had a crack. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He rises! And he's gone looking for safety. And that is out of play. Freuler. Lukumi. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He's not played the ball. Oh, he's taken it. That's a sharp pass. And there's his chance to lead the counter.
Público presente na
offside that
partida de
time.
hoje. 72.306 espectadores.
And still, we await the first breakthrough. Engages and forces him off the ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
It's a really well-measured ball. They're urging him to shoot. Shot a goal! Now that is commitment to the cause.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
That's good play. And he's there to clear it. Botafogo still have the cards to affect this game. Amat. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, it's an interesting move, this, Peter. It just gives opposition defences a very different challenge.
Substituição em andamento.
Pressing high and with purpose. Amat. Stood up well to him there. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now there's a fine ball. Decent hit! It's in! And that could well be the winner!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Botafogo making another change here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Botafogo have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Lukumi. It's Freuler. Lukumi. That's a throw. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Amat. And it's Amat. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to. There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Lovely ball and a real chance now.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Nice control. Backward it goes.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
It's a goal kick. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple.
It's looking good from here. It simply has to remain error-free now.
And that's that. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, there's no shortage of effort and commitment from them. They were just undone by that second-half goal.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Senhoras e senhores, não deixem de visitar nossa loja oficial, com souvenirs da partida de hoje já à venda.